Hey everyone, welcome to SOUS VIDE. This is our sous chef, Lorelai, and I'm Corey. We are going to sous vide a skirt steak and then throw it on a Blackstone and get some incredible heat and see what we get. We'll be back. Okay, so we have a skirt steak. Skirt steaks are really good to eat. They're good to eat in tacos. They're good to eat alone. But as some of you have probably found out, they're extremely tough. So normally what we would do is, put a towel over this and tenderize it or whatever. And then maybe put some orange juice and soy sauce on it and then soak it for, 4 to 8 hours in order to tenderize it. We're gonna cut all of that out and we're going to vacuum seal it and put it in our sous vide for 8 hours at 134 degrees, and then we're going to sear it on the Blackstone. We may chill it right after that in order to get a little better effect so it doesn't cook through it. But the whole idea here is to try to get really tender skirt steak. You're probably noticing this is really thick. This is your outside skirt steak. So the outside skirt steak is a thicker part. It doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Some people think it is, but not by a large margin. It's just it's thicker. So what we're gonna do before we put it in, we have a rub. This is a chili rub. I mixed in some cayenne. There's some cumin and garlic in here. This is what we're gonna apply after. I don't wanna do too much of that inside of the vacuum seal. Inside the vacuum seal, we're gonna have this with a light layer of oil, salt, pepper, and lime. We got some lime. So Lorelai's gonna help me prep this for the vacuum seal. Again, we don't wanna go like too crazy in the vacuum seal bag. No reason to. We're just gonna be tenderizing the meat. And when we get that sear on, that's when we'll have a little bit more fun with the rub. You ready? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just add just a little oil. Yeah, we don't want to make a mess, right? Just a little oil, and we'll kind of rub that in. It's pretty gross, huh? Okay, so Lorelai, go ahead and commence with some pinching of the salt. Go ahead. So we'll get our salt going here. Normally, if we weren't doing sous vide, we would use, this is pink Himalayan salt. I like it. But we would use bigger pieces of sea salt in order to help it with the tenderization process, because the salt will actually beat into the meat. We don't really need to do that now because, again, we've got our sous vide. We get some salty pieces there. All right, so next, I'm gonna do this. Get a little aerial here. Just get a little pepper going, kind of rub it in. Some of you might hear our 1-year-old, we have disturbed his ecosystem, so he's up and he's crying. Okay, last, again, I said this would be simple. What is this? Lime. Okay, let's go. So we're just gonna squeeze a little of this on here. I think the lime makes it, so it should do really good at soaking in. Oh, don't touch. Okay, there you go. So keep it high, Lorelai. There you go. All right, I think we're good. So now we are ready to go. We will, we're gonna vacuum seal this and then we're gonna stick it in. That's it, super easy. We'll be right back. All right, we got a perfect seal here. Again, we're gonna do 134. That's pretty much medium rare. Some people do it a little less, some people do it more. You can actually do this close to well done if that's your preference. It's gonna maintain all of the juices. So I like it at around 134. We'll still see some pink at that point, or at least we should. So we're at 111 right now. We're going up to 134. We're gonna go ahead and put it in and make sure it sinks. No big deal. We only start the time when it gets to 134, so it can go in right now. It's not a problem. And we're at 112. Make sure it sinks. It did. And this is our handy Innova tank that will seal the top of it and help that temperature come up a little bit higher, quicker, and maintain its heat. So once we get this out at 8 hours, we're going to cool it just a little bit, and then we're gonna sear it on a really hot Blackstone. It'll be my first time to sear this on a Blackstone after the sous vide, so we're super excited to see what sort of results we get out of that. We have pretty high expectations. So Lorelai, I think our sous chef might have been asleep on the job there. Lorelai and I will we'll be back, and we'll get this thing seared up, and hopefully it's good. Okay, we're back. You probably saw we put our skirt steak in here with some ice. The reason we do that is we don't want to overcook it when we hit it with high heat, so we're trying to bring the temperature down just a little bit so that we don't cook over the temperature that we just did at 134 inside of the sous vide. Second, we started our Blackstone here. I'm sure, are you able to get a good whole view of it?
Yep.
All right, good. So I've closed a cover on it and got it at really high heat. This is extremely hot. I mean, we're blazing now. So we've got a lot of smoke coming off this thing. We're probably gonna get a good sear. We're gonna sear it in olive oil, and we might sprinkle a little salt in there. You could use butter. You'd probably be a little more effective to use butter. You could smear mayonnaise over the skirt steak, and you'd probably get an even more effective sear. But since we've got our heat going, let's take this thing out. Let's get down to business. All right, let's move that over there. So I'm gonna cut this out. If you wanna get a good sear, you absolutely must get as much moisture off of this thing as possible. So that's gonna be our big goal. Any moisture will interfere with the sear. So, we're gonna lay it right on that, and you pull it out. All right, here we go. So we have a bag full of juice. We're gonna move that to the side for now. And we're gonna get more napkins. We're really gonna wipe this thing down. We wanna get as much of this off as we possibly can. What do you think? Does it look dry?
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good, actually.
Maybe for the sides of it.
Yeah, definitely the sides, everything you want to go. We're just gonna do a little bit more since we're doing this on live. Well, not live, but recorded. All right, I feel pretty good about that. We're gonna move that out of the way. I'm gonna use just a little of this olive oil first. Man, that is hot. Just a little. Let's go with this. Wipe it down. All right. You can pinch some if you want. We're just gonna put some of that chili pepper on it. Kind of recoat it, since we didn't do that in the beginning, because now we're getting our sear going. We kind of don't. We want to get a little extra flavor on it. This thing already looks like it's gonna be pretty good. Man, I can feel the heat of that Blackstone. This deck is covered, so we're catching quite a bit of the heat. Let's see if we can get that kind of spread out onto there. Alright, let's get the other side here. Good job, sous chef. That's you. Should get a little extra flavor on this.
Don't forget the sides, maybe. Maybe the sides.
Definitely get the sides. So now things are about to get real. This thing is hot, hot, hot. We're gonna get that olive oil on there. I like to throw a little salt in there.
Yeah.
You can already hear it going. And just as a precaution.
I already did that.
Oh boy, you're about to hear something, man. It's about to get crazy in here.
Oh man, I can't even, I'm drying my hands.
All right.
On that game.
What do you think? We got some heat going.
Yeah.
So these Blackstones are gonna get up really hot. I don't have a way to test the temperature right now, but we're probably at over 500 degrees, I would say, on this iron plate. I got all 3 burners on. If you know anything about them, this is a 30-inch Blackstone, 3 burners. They're all going, and they're all located at sear. So we're just gonna let that thing sizzle on through. We really wanna get a nice char on this. I can tell you right now it's tender, it's super tender. So yeah, let's see where we get with this, and yeah, I don't have to talk anymore. All right, so you can see we have our, this is an awesome sear. So obviously I'm gonna cut this thing off so we don't like die here of heat. All right, okay, little sous chef, no spoons right now. We're gonna cut this baby open. You can see, that's a char. That's a sear right there. You can kind of see on the other side, I don't wanna drop it.
Daddy,
But we
it's
did pretty
really
good.
not a baby.
Fair enough, right? So let's see, let's get a cut in here and see what we have. So remember, we did it at 134, so we should have,
Let's see how yummy it's gonna look.
look at that.
That's yummy.
No, you're good. Wow, this looks amazing.
Yeah, it's dripping right now.
All right, so we're gonna do a little test. I'm gonna just have a little bite.
Can I have
I definitely need it, but it's real hot, and sometimes you get a little upset by the heat. Let me try it first. Wow, this is perfect. You wanna try? Now look, you're gonna get a little spice, okay? Camera person, wife.
Sure.
Wow, it's excellent. So yeah, this is perfect. I mean, this is exactly what we were wanting. We got it. It's really the best that I've ever had. That Blackstone made all the difference between getting the heat, and I think we're good. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna enjoy this now, and hopefully you enjoy one soon.